Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for May 20th to the 27th. This is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions, and we're going to be taking a look into the energy of the mind, the heart, as well as a message from Spirit. And this is for all Pisces placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as cross watchers if you wish to watch. Please remember that these are general messages. They may not resonate with everyone. However, if you do like this video and it does resonate with you, please consider subscribing to the channel and click like on the video, because it really does help my channel to grow, and I truly appreciate it. So here we go. Let's take a look. We're going to start off with the energy of the mind. So these are things that we may be focusing in on, or things that, within our external elements that may be coming forward. All right. So first thing is we have come to the edge. Interesting energy. Second is truth be told. Third is clean it up. Okay. I really feel, Pisces, the energy that I'm getting to start off with right at the beginning here is it does feel like there needs to be a cleanup of your energy. All right. When we have this come to the edge, I feel like there needs to be a, it almost feels like being bold. All right, being bold, trying something new, trying something different. But I don't feel that this has to do so much with external energy as it has to do with your own personal emotional energy, or maybe perhaps even spiritual energy in some way. All right, when we have this clean it up. Now, this could have to do, with your external or your living space or something like that. But I'm really getting here that this is cleaning up, your spiritual self, cleaning up your energy, clearing up old paradigms, old thoughts, old, whatever it is. It feels like it's time to take a new approach towards something, or to, approach something in a new and different way. We have this truth be told. And I feel like we're going to get clarification on this, but it kind of feels like you already know about what this energy is, okay? And it feels like there is this degree of being scared to try something new. And again, this may not have to do with external circumstances or trying something new in the physical realm. I feel like this is trying something new coming from a spiritual or emotional or mental place, okay? So let's get some clarification and see what's coming through. And again, I do feel that with that truth be told, it's like something that you've already known that you've had to do, but you may have been scared to do it simply because it's almost that element of, well, if I try something new, what if it doesn't work? What if this actually comes to fruition? Or what if I put all of this work into it and, it doesn't produce the results that I want? But you're not looking at the fact that by doing so may bring or open up new or different doors for you. Okay. So again, let's get some clarification. Come to the edge. We have this King of Wands. So it really talks about motivational, inspiring, right? Taking a leadership role, stepping into the spotlight, public speaking, keeping your eyes on the big picture, right? We also have the Sun, time of joy and success. And we have the Moon. So we've got the Sun and the Moon, and it talks about listening to your intuition, paying attention to the signs from the divine, unnecessary worry, letting go of your fears. So I feel like whatever this is to coming to the edge, this trying something new, there is an element of fear in there. All right. But this fear is unfounded. And again, I feel like you have been hearing the signs, or maybe even hearing the messages for a while now. But it's almost as though you're pushing it aside because it's easier to sort of stay in the place of whatever it is that you've been staying in the place of. And again, I feel like it's a fear of something. And it might be opening up to, spiritual path or spiritual signs or spiritual messages. It kind of feels like, I want to go towards this, or I want this to happen, or I want to change maybe even this behavior or this attitude or the way that I approach things, but I'm scared of it because this is how I've always approached it. And I feel like Spirit is saying to you, try something new. It's time to try that new thing. Try to, we've been giving you the signs, we've been giving you the messages, but are you listening? And that's what I keep getting. So we have this truth be told. Let's take a look at it. The Magician. So this is really, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a successful manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. All right. And again, I keep getting that this message has been coming through from Spirit. It's like, just take a hold of it and take a look and time to put the magic towards it. You can do it. And I feel like you know what it is. Okay. I don't feel like I need to tell you what it is because it's going to be different for every single person. But I do feel there's this element that you've been scared to try or scared to approach. We have the Strength card coming through, right? Personal power and assertiveness. So it kind of feels like taking charge in some way of your life rather than allowing maybe perhaps others to do it for you. We have the King of Pentacles coming in. He talks about great success, right? Financial security, the Midas touch. But, the King of Pentacles is also somebody who's really worked to get to where he is. And I'm going to give an example here. I kind of feel like for some of you, this could have to do with relationships, trying something new within relationships in some way. I kind of feel like Spirit has been bringing a message to you. Now, this could have to do, with work, whatever. But again, I'm getting more of a spiritual element in some way. All right. And what I mean by that is, even though it may have to do with an external circumstance or an external situation, such as relationships or work, it's like follow the signs, follow the spiritual messages that you have been getting in regards to that particular situation or that particular subject. All right. Maybe you've always approached relationships in one particular way, and Spirit is saying, why don't you try this? Why don't you try it this way? Or again, even with work, maybe you've been more passive with work, or maybe, whatever it is, and Spirit is saying, hey, try it this way, right? And you've been receiving those messages. You know what it is that you need to do, but are you going to do it? We have, when it comes to clean it up, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands, and we also have the Ace of Wands. I'm really getting here that for some of you, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I am getting that for some of you, you tend to go after things that, I get an energy here of disappointment within you. It's almost like you go after something, but it's almost like this point of, to some degree, an obsessing over it, trying to, it's like overthinking the situation rather than allowing the situation to present itself or to come forward to you, especially if it does have to do with relationships in some way. You might really obsessively think about somebody or, put your energy towards them. And what Spirit is saying to you, look at, go to the edge. All right, go to the edge. Allow this person to come to you. Allow the person that is supposed to, come towards you, right? So you don't need to chase. Don't be overly generous. You don't need to be in that type of energy. Or even if this has to do with work, it's like, how do I fix this, or how do I create it? But it almost becomes, to some degree, an obsessive thinking or an obsessive, look at something. Let's get some more clarification and see what's coming through here, because I feel like there's a message that's really trying to present itself. But again, it's going to be different for every individual. But yeah, wise counsel. So we've got the Hierophant coming through, right? Unity with a spiritually minded community, all right? Ask the divine for help. Again, I keep getting that you guys are receiving the messages that you're supposed to be receiving towards a particular situation. Something that is going to elevate or change the situation in some way. but it's also going to help move you forward. It's going to help you evolve in a way that is going to be extremely beneficial for you. It's going to clean up your spiritual self. Okay, so instead of being in that place of being maybe perhaps overly generous, or maybe perhaps being in that place where, you're giving, or maybe in that place of obsessively thinking about something, it's basically saying, let us take care of it. Okay, let us take care of it. If it's meant to be, it will present itself to you. But at the same time, be in this place where you're open and allowing of the energy, but you don't need to chase the energy. And this is what I'm getting. It's like approach things in a new way. Yeah, and the Lovers is coming through. So I feel like for some of you, you might be approaching relationships in a way that you might be obsessively thinking about them, or and when something doesn't unfold in your timeline or the way that you want it to happen, there's this element of depression, or you may get sad, or you may get into this place of feeling like you're rejected, or whatever it is. But the truth of the situation is that it's the approach, okay? And it doesn't mean that you're approaching people weird or awkwardly or anything like that. It's just allowing the other person to present themselves to you. That's what I keep getting. Like if somebody wants to be in your life, they're going to make those efforts. They're going to present it to you in some way. They're going to make it known that you're an important part of their life. And if they're not doing that, then remove the focus from them. And that might even just change that energy, especially with that Magician coming through, right? Because when we're in a place of just having faith within the elements, having the faith within the universe, having faith within God, this is where doors really start to open. If we're sitting there in this place of worry or fear or panic, we're not allowing the universe to direct us where we need to be, but we're also not allowing the universe to change the energy, or, to just be in this place of relaxing until that divine timing can come through for us. So let's clarify that, Lovers. Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords, we have Awakening, and we have the Emperor coming through. So this is very much like very truth type of cards, right? Especially with that Queen of Swords, the Awakening card. This is about, contemplation, going into a place of understanding, taking a look at maybe how we've approached things in the past, right? And again, with that Emperor, it's not so much taking charge of other people. It's about taking charge of ourselves and how we're behaving and how we're approaching whatever it is that's going on. Are we approaching it from a place that we're allowing the universe to help us within this situation? Or are we approaching it from a place of trying to control the situation in some way? The Queen of Swords really talks about, truth. Again, truth be told. We already had that card coming through, the truth be told, right? Queen of Swords is very truthful. If something isn't serving her, she cuts it out. She doesn't sit there and be in this place of, okay, well, I'll just wait around, or I'll just do this, or I'll just do that. She doesn't have time for that, right? She doesn't have time for that. If you don't want her, you don't want her. Okay, no big deal. Cut you out, right? If you want her, you're going to show yourself, you're going to present yourself, and, you're going to be strong for her, right? And this is what I'm getting from looking at this. It's like, allow the person that is going to be for you to show themselves. You don't need to go chasing the energy in any way, or even being in a place of worrying or wondering, is this going to happen? Is this ever going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. This is what I feel, because it feels like something wants to present itself, right? Something wants to come through, but how do you let it come through if you're obsessing about something else or someone else or another situation, right? You have to allow, it's kind of like stay in the moment. This is what I'm getting. Stay in the moment rather than being in this place of, projecting your fear into the future. All right, because the future hasn't been told yet. So stay in the moment and allow the universe to present it to you. So let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming in here. Okay, If you heard some weird noise, that's my dogs in the back playing or doing some sort of weird whatever dogs do. But you might hear them through the microphone. I apologize. But let's take a look at relationships, and this might even give us some more insight into the situation. All right, let's see what's coming for our Pisces. First card coming in is we have the plane. All right, a journey is indicated either physically or metaphysically. Your life will become more full. I do feel like a journey is needed, rather than worrying about a particular person, or maybe even desiring or worrying about a relationship coming forth in some way. It's like go on that metaphysical journey, okay? And I do feel like there needs to be some insight. We have that hangman coming through. There needs to be a look into it. And again, allow the universe to come forth with it. Allow the universe to present it to you, because I do feel those opportunities are coming through. We have the owl. There's our spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition, because there needs to be this transition, right? We had that truth be told. It's time to really be honest with yourself and say, what is it? Where is my head space? Where is my mind space? Where is, what is it that I'm focusing in on? And am I focusing on the right things? Am I focusing on the people that truly care about me, or the people that present themselves to me? Or am I worried about some person, or some situation that maybe isn't even right for me? But because I'm focusing in, I'm not allowing that energy to change. I'm not allowing that energy to shift, right? That energy needs to shift in some way. And by going on this spiritual journey within yourself will help that shift. Look at this coming through. We have the birth coming through. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When we have that shift, it brings in a new opportunity, right? And it doesn't have to mean a new opportunity with a new person. This could be just a new energy, because you're now removing your focus off of somebody, or you're removing your focus off of a particular situation. Now, because we're talking about relationships, I do feel that for some of you, there might be a particular person, or maybe you're just desiring a relationship in general, and you've been so focused on it that you're not really allowing it to just come forth and present itself. It's kind of like, what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like a Where's Waldo picture, right? If you're sitting there and you're like, where is Waldo? Where is he? Where is he? I got to go find him. But as soon as you kind of turn away and you relax the muscles and you kind of get into this place of, okay, whatever, all of a sudden you see the picture. You see it. You see him in the picture, right? And I don't know why it reminded me of that, but that's exactly what I thought of right away, right? It's like they say, if you're looking for love, chances are it's probably not going to present itself. But as soon as we shift our energy and we say, okay, universe, you know what, when you're ready to bring through who it is, or what it is that I'm supposed to be paying attention to, or the person that I'm supposed to be with, right? I'm just going to focus on me. I'm going to shift my energy. I'm going to remove the focus off of whatever it is. Boom. This is where things happen. So we have adjudication coming through here. We also have wealthy man. And we have imprisonment. Okay. So what I'm getting right away is I do, like when I look at that adjudication, it kind of reminds me of the judgment card. Now, for some of you, this actually could be a situation. I'm just going to say it, straight out. This is probably not going to resonate with very many people. But for some of you, there may be some sort of court situation coming through here that you've been dealing with, maybe perhaps that has been holding you back, or that has been worrying you in regards to a relationship. However, what I'm really getting here is, like, when you look at this adjudication, okay, the one thing that a lot of people don't recognize in regards to, it kind of reminds me of like the justice card, or like I said, the judgment card in tarot. And when you look at that, a lot of people don't always realize that they don't care. They don't care. The justice card doesn't care. okay? About who's right, who's wrong. You know, I did this many times. Why isn't this person doing that? It doesn't look at things like that. It looks at, it's to where your heart is, what your intentions are. Are your intentions pure? Are your intentions coming from a good place? Okay? And that's what it really focuses in on. Because a lot of people, they'll stand before, you know, so many times I hear, you know, when I'm doing personal readings, I'll hear people say, well, I did this to him because he did that to him. Well, the judge isn't going to care about that. Plain and simple. The judge is going to go, well, you did wrong and you did wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right, right? So, you know, this is what I'm getting. And it kind of feels like within relationships, it doesn't matter how many times, you know, you sent a text. If that person isn't returning it, that might be a sign right there. Okay, just allow it to that energy to shift. Allow that energy to move. You're not imprisoned, right? It's time to live in the moment. It's time to, you know, focus in on your own personal wealth, your own personal abundance in some way, and not worry about bringing this situation forward. You don't need to panic about it. You don't need to worry about it. Let the universe do its job. Okay. And I do get that, you know, that energy of, you know, imprisonment, like you're not imprisoned, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles coming through, a lot of healing, right? We also have the Knight of Pentacles coming through. And we have the Eight of Wands coming through. Let's clarify that Eight of Wands. So we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Balance card. And we also have the King of Swords. So this is really interesting energy. I'm really getting here, again, you know, there needs to be some you know, I look into the self, some self-perspective here in order to really bring forth or really to, you know, change a situation, shift a situation. There needs to be a personal shift here in regards to something. There needs to be a let go of trying to control a situation in some way, or even being in this place of kind of obsessing about the situation. I do get that for some of you. Your person may, you know, appear to be not really there emotionally. They may have their own worries going on. They may have their own situation going on. They might not be in a place where they can give you the emotional fulfillment at this point in time. So for you to be in this place of worrying or wondering or, you know, fretting or panicking or feeling imprisoned isn't really going to help the situation. I feel like there needs to be a balance that's coming through here. I keep getting, though, this is what I keep getting. And this may very well relate to that particular person that you have on your mind. It's like it's time to, again, shift that energy. Allow the universe to do the work that it needs to do in regards to both of you, okay? This means you work on yourself, you know, try and stay in the moment. Don't be in this place of worry or panic or trying to control the situation in some way. And I feel like your person has other issues on their mind right now, and that might need to be cleared up first before they can make that advancement towards you. But I do feel that by allowing the universe to do its work with them, okay, with your person, this is actually going to change that situation. So let's get some more clarification. Let's look at a possible outcome here in regards to this. By changing your energy, by changing your energy, you know, what could happen here, right? This is what I want to take a look at. First card coming through, we have the Five of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords coming through. So again, yeah, there definitely needs to be that change within that energy. There needs to be that shift, you know, that happens here, all right? This is going to have to be the very first thing that's coming through. And I do feel that this would work on your side, okay? Instead of focusing in on the negative, getting into that place of overthinking or worrying or you know, being held back by stuff. I feel like there needs to be a change within that energy in some way. So let's continue looking and look at the possible outcomes. First card coming through. Look at this. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, or King of Cups, I should say. And we have the Page of Cups. Or the Ace of Cups. I'm so sorry. Ace of Cups coming through here. Wow. So that's a possible outcome. And I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And we're going to leave it here, actually, for relationship. Because you can't really come up with a better ending, you know, than what it's saying. It's about somebody, you know, both parties maturing, getting into that place of, you know, being able to trust, being able, like, it's trustworthy, honorable, devoted, right? Someone you can completely trust, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship. All right, we have the Ace of Cups, which really talks about a beautiful new emotional experience. We have the Knight of Cups. Now, is it your person or is it a new person coming through? All right, it's not really going to be known, but you do have to shift that energy. I feel that for many of you, this is going to be your person, but by shifting that energy, it could even be, maybe you won't even want them by the end of it, right? If they're not shifting, you've shifted, you're in a place of feeling good, living in the moment, allowing things to clear and happen. I do feel that there could be, you know, maybe it's a new person for some of you, all right? When we look at that Five of Cups, it talks about focusing on the negative. It's interesting because if you look at this guy, there's two cups right here, all right? We've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups in the tarot is about love and relationships, right? But he's sitting here focused on these three, right? Focusing on the negative things. Same as with this Nine of Swords. It's like, you know, it's unfounded fear, expecting the worst, creating self-fulfilling prophecies. When we're sitting there and we're focusing just on the negative, right? That's all we're going to see. And, you know, we may not be coming from that understanding that our person, you know, or this person has their own issues to work out. Maybe they have their own stuff going on at this moment. Maybe there just needs to be a pause, but at the same time, just take a step back, focus in on yourself, and you'll see those changes coming. Because behind him, you've got those Two of Cups. All he has to do is basically turn around and take a look at them and see that they're being presented to him when the time is right. Okay? So let's get a closing message from Spirit. And, all right, closing message from Spirit for our Pisces. Restore and replenish. Yeah, I really do feel like this is what needs to happen, you know, at this moment. Restore and replenish your own energy, your own spiritual self, your own spiritual evolution in some way. There's a lot of messages that are coming in. It also talks about release the dark wound, let love live. Okay? Let love live. Release whatever you're hanging on to that isn't necessary for you at this time. Release the fear, release the worry in regards to the situation. You will see the situation change, or at least you'll be in the place of accepting possibly even something new coming forward, whether it's a new person or a change within the energy within this person. So I truly hope that that has helped, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click like. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Many blessings.